What up, everybody? I have the Pal 78 coming at you, and I'm gonna go for my last time trying to show you guys how to do the Pokemon or the Pokemon stuff majiggy. You know what I'm saying? The API, the Poke API. Now everybody's done it their own special way. I'm gonna do it my own special way. It's probably the wrongest way to do it, but you're gonna see people that have the input right here. I'll show you the input in a second. I'll show you what I mean about everything. But first of all, I want to say thank you to my sponsors. I don't have any sponsors. And I'm going to be using the Axios, Pokemon API or the Poke API, and Bootstrap. And I'm going to start it from scratch so everybody can see it's really not too hard. You just got to understand certain things before you get to the next level. All right? Some people like to put like their call to be like, one person only. And you could get all the stats from that one character or one Pokemon only. But my goal is to not do that, and get you with the with this. See, I'm gonna keep this URL like that, and then submit. And what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna copy this, and now that it's copied, I'm gonna show you how I do mine because I want to do some interesting stuff. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get to my D drive. Oops, that's wrong. And I'm gonna CD. I'm a DIR. I should have an API. So CD to API. Oh no, what was I? CD API. And it's just in here. I should have a Marvel API. Yep. So we're gonna go to CD. Oh no, we're gonna make directory, and we're gonna call it Pokemon API. I was messing with this, and I kept messing up and forgetting little things, but I kind of remember everything now. Oh. Okay, now that I CD into Pokemon API, I'm gonna code and press dot. Now, if you don't use that dot, well, the dot actually, let's play this. The dot means that we're gonna open this folder inside VS Code. If you had like Sublime, it'd be like Sublime dot space dot. But if you just put code, if you're working on anything else and you wanted to get into this folder, what's gonna happen? It's gonna open whatever you was open on previously, or it's just gonna open up a new VS Code thing without nothing in it, and then you have to open the folder again yourself. This way it makes it a little bit easier for me. And now, some people use Bash, Git Bash, and I kind of like it because I like the touch, and I could, make 3 files right away. But we could do that in here. That's fine. We're gonna use the index file .html, and because I'm doing Pokemon, I'm gonna do the Pokemon. I'm gonna do the Pokemon.css. And then I'm also going to do Pokemon.js. And this is my 3 files. In my first file, the first thing I want to do is press shift and hold the shift down and press 1 so they give me the exclamation point. You'll see it. What's going on? Am I in the index? Let's get out of welcome. HTML. Okay, but why is not that working? What's going on with my stuff? Okay. Let's try one more time. There it is. I don't know what just happened. So it gives me this. This only gives you a doc type stuff, and that's not what you want. So let's try that again. Okay, there you go. Something was happening. I think I might have pressed the wrong button. Let's find out. Okay, we don't want this to be called Pokemon API. I capitalize that. Fun, because it's what we do. I Control S it and save it. First thing I want to do is I want to come above the title, give it some space, put the link in, and if you do this .css, it is going to give you styles automatically. So what we're going to do, we're going to change all this. Man, I just deleted too many stuff, okay? And then we're going to do this right here. And then we're going to do Pokemon CSS. And this is like this folder and this file. And that's like the way of doing it. I also put my scripts, most of my scripts down here. Let's do that with the script and the source. And then we're going to put the same thing. So it knows where to, we don't have to write it in and ruin our spelling. Let's Control S that. And that's some of the things we want to put in here. We're going to put some more stuff in here for sure. Let me get rid of some of those spaces. But for now, let's just see if this actually link. First of all, let's open it. We right click on it, we put open in browser. And I also have something else I can open it in. And then it should be blank. We're going to go to inspecting, and we're going to inspect this. Like I can make that bigger. So you can see this, everything. Okay, there's nothing here. There's just the head and the body and some script tags. So let's just see and make some of this stuff work. Let's go to CSS. We're going to put the shift right here. And we're gonna put the padding, and we're gonna make that 0, and then we're gonna do margin, and we're gonna make that 0, and then we're gonna do no, we go to body and then do body, and then we're gonna do no, forget the body. We're gonna do div, and we're gonna put the div is gonna be background color of, and I like this blanche almond, and the color will be let me see what goes good. They got a dark brown. Nope. And brown. Let's go with that. And when we have a div here, not here, you can see right here, it's that's just, we should be in console. It should be nothing. Refresh this, nothing's gonna happen, all right? Because the div is on the background. Unfortunately, we didn't even have a div, so let's call this div.container, and let's also give it an ID to make it easier to recognize. Just press enter. Yes, the dot is a class and the shift is the maintainer. And the reason I had that is we're gonna add Bootstrap to this pretty soon. So let's just put something in here like hello world or something like that, just so we could see the content in there. Okay, that worked. I also want my div to Pokemon CSS. I also want it to be font size, and I want it to be XX large, and I also want it to be 25 pixels from everything. So oh snap, margin 25 pixels on all sides. It's fine with me. It could be more. If you want, we could do 45 pixels so you guys see it even better. Okay, so this is gonna see how this is all the way trapped in this corner. That's what happens when you put the 0, no margin, no padding, nothing. This is gonna make it bigger, and you're gonna see it's 25 or 35 or whatever, 45 pixels all around from the sides, just equally. I like that. But let's add a button so we could mess with the JS real quick. And in this div, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put a button, and then the button is gonna click me fool. Let's see. No, it's gonna get my Pokemon information, son. All right. So, and then we're gonna give it a name, and we're gonna an ID. Actually, we're gonna call it let's call it the Poke button. And that's all we need from that right there. And because we're gonna do all the rest of the stuff in the JavaScript, so let's just see what it looks like right now. Pokemon. Ooh, that looks horrible. So let's go to CSS and let's go to the since we only have one button, you know, we could make every button different, but we could just you know background color, and we gotta get that like a purple, and then we want the writing to be the color in white, or you can put white smoke. Bam, there it is. And then we also have we want the font size to also be bigger, like that. Sounds good to me. What else we need? Border radius, and then we could do it like 15 pixels. Let's just do that. I mean, that's it for show. I'm trying to act like I know a lot. I don't know a lot. I'm just messing with y'all. There you go. There it is. Nothing's happening. And we definitely want that to be with more space in there, so I don't know. Nah, that's to be it. And we want the width to be longer than that. Okay. Well, we'll leave it like that for now. Nothing's happening, so we could just put like a hover real quick, so you can see like a button hover. Is it button hover like that? Yeah, and then you do this. And then you could put the background color, anything you want. Background color, we'll put it violet. No, we'll put it white smoke. And then we'll put color. We'll just do the opposite side, and we'll do purple, and that works. And then that's gonna be it. So we know that we hovering over. Oh, whoa, button hover. Oh, it's a button hover. I always forget how it is. Or did I not save it? Oh. Let's save that, and let's do this and refresh it. No, I think it's button hover. The CSS, all right. If not, I don't care no more. I'm just gonna go on with the class. Hover in range. Okay, let's just leave it like that, and let's see if that worked. There you go. And like, you know, you could always put a shadow. Let's just put a shadow. How was it? A box shadow. There you go, box shadow. and it could be I forgot how box shadows go. So if you want to know what a box shadow is, we go here, CSS. I wrote that backwards. Yes, that's right. And we go here, and I just want to do that exactly, but that's not the color I want. So let's just copy this, and you could do RGBA. This is a cool one too, so that's pretty good. Actually, I like that color, so let's just Control C that, and then let's put that in there, and let's Control V it, and then save it, and then it looks better. And now our Pokemon button looks amazing with the box shadow. Oh, look at the box shadow. See the shadow? Okay, we're done with the shadow. Let's start with the JavaScript now. We're probably done with the CSS, so let's get rid of the CSS. All right, we want to get into the JavaScript. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the Poke button, and I'm gonna call it button like that, and I'm gonna get document dot query selector, and I'm gonna get and it's gonna be a pound sign. So what the heck do we name our button? Oh, why am I coming in here? We named our button Poke button, like that. Control C, pretty much the same thing, right? So I keep doing that. So Poke button is Poke button. That's fine. It could be the same name because it's not the same thing. It's you're getting an ID of something. You're not getting the exact same thing. So it could be a little confusing, but that takes care of the confusion. You got the button information, and so now it's gonna probably need a an event listener, and then you're gonna want to go click, and then you want to put comma, and then we're just gonna get name. Okay, we put get name, and then down here we're gonna make a get name, and let me see what we're gonna do with this name. We gotta call function first. Don't forget that. And we're gonna do an asynchronous function, but we'll just do here this first right now. And we'll do that right there, and we'll do this, and we'll just console log something on here. So we just be like, hey, successful, bam. That's how you spell successful in my language. So you come here, we're on console, so we click here, you see that work, JavaScript work, everything works. So let's copy this link one more time. Let's go back here. We're gonna mess with mostly in the JavaScript. So let's Control V that, and then let's make that a comment so we could use it later. And we still need some HTML stuff. So this is so we could use Axios. So let's put that in our HTML file. We got Axios. I think it could go in the bottom, but I'm gonna put it on the top, and I'm gonna do that here. And now let's go get the Bootstrap. Let's copy the Bootstrap stuff right here, right? And we'll put that above the script. But I don't like when this does that, and I rather see it like this. I mean, some people don't care. I do. And let's see. I hope my buttons are all my text is good enough for everybody. And and the integrity right here. Look, man, there it is. So that looks a lot neater. It doesn't have to be all in one line. I like my stuff a little bit more readable, so I do this. Now that looks nicer. Okay, we got Bootstrap, we got Axios, and we got our own personal stuff. Let's Control S that. Let's Control S that. But what else I want to do? One last thing I want to do here is I want to get cards. Now you can just type in here cards like this, and I'm gonna do mine a little bit differently. So I want this without the button. Let me see. Okay. Nah, I want this one. I want the one. I'm gonna copy this, and what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna paste it in between here, because I'm gonna make all those things in the JavaScript part. So we need a card, we need a image, and we need a card body, and that's another div. So we need two divs. All right, so this is what we're gonna need, like two divs, one image, one h5, whatever that number is, and one p. And we're not gonna make this button down here. We can make that button anytime we want. We don't need a button. I'm not gonna send it anywhere special, so it is what it is. But what we're gonna do here is, so you see how we got this? Yeah, we're gonna put that in our functions. I'm crazy. I do my things my way because I couldn't get anything working. So now we're gonna work with the asynchronous function right here. So what's going on? I did it again to myself. Okay, so we're gonna put async in the front, and I'm gonna show you the other way to do it. And now we're gonna start using Axios. All right, we're gonna get a constant get name and get name get character name. Let's put it like that. Or get Pokemon name. Well, how about that? Pokemon stats. There you go. All right. And then we put an equal sign and we put a wait. And then we're gonna put Axios.get, and in here is where we're gonna copy this. Now some people have, like I said, an input. So if we want to do individual names, however, if they spell it wrong, we're gonna always have errors. So we could make a special page to go to that specific Pokemon stuff, but I think I would use React for that instead. So in here, right here, we got this constant get Pokemon name await, and then over here they always use this .dens, okay, and we're just gonna console log this to see what that does, okay. All right, so the .den, this is gonna give us our information for the Pokemon. It's just gonna basically give us names and URLs. The URLs is actually to all this statistical stuff, and they have other URLs to this and to that. So it's kind of frustrating sometimes. So with that being said, let's see what this did for us. Let's go to ours. It's, we saved it already. So now this data is giving us all these results, right? Data. We don't want to have this data results. This is what we want: the name and the URL. The only other thing we're gonna do here, right, is if I just press return res, right, it's just gonna go to the next stage. So I'm gonna go return data, return results. I see, if I did this, I would have to write return and then all that stuff. So the fast way is to do what I'm doing now, and then we're gonna come over here at the end, and then we're gonna go to dot, and then again we're gonna call this data. Oh, before I forget, because I've done it many times already, try catch statements right here, bam. And then over here is console.error, and then error. It's like a console log, but it does it that way. So this Pokemon thing, actually, if you hold on Alt, if you put your stuff in the front of it, hold on Alt, press up a couple of times, it will sometimes it should be all of them. No, I'll just X that and then put it here. That'll make my life, and then put a tab right here. Okay, now we're gonna console log this data. All right, so it still has to have the arrow functions, and then console.log, and then we're gonna have data, and you're gonna see that it's gonna give us just the arrays. We're not gonna have to put data. We're not gonna have to write results. So let's refresh. Let's see. See, I don't even have to refresh it. It already knows. So it gave us the data. Oh no, it didn't. Okay, my bad. So here we go. We got this what they call it. We got this array right here with the names and the URLs. That's all it got, and some other stuff in it. We don't need that. But what we're gonna do is inside this data, instead of just returning everything, because I don't need to return anything, to be honest with you with this. I don't know why I did that. Let's do this right here and do this. This is what I want right here. So we can return whatever we want there. We can return data. We don't really need to, but I'm just gonna put it for old time's sake. Now we're gonna do our second call, because inside here we're gonna make a map. So in the map, we're gonna have, it should be data.map, and then in here we're gonna say pokey stat, because one person stats. Then we're gonna go like this, and then we're gonna also do this. Let's console log this. See, I took out my other console logs, and let's go pokestat, right? And the reason I'm doing that is so you can see every step of the way we're gonna be console logging everything. So what this map is gonna do with this PokeStat right here, it should be an object now. This is the object. It's gonna have name and stuff like that. You see. So let's refresh this. So now it's bringing back individual objects, name. So inside here, it becomes an object. So it has in the object the name, the URL, and then this proto stuff. All this other stuff goes along with it. I don't care. We don't really need all that stuff. So that's all I want right here. So check this out. This is what we're gonna do now. We're gonna do get stats. You know what I'm saying? And then we're gonna put nope. Get stats. Get stats. That's all we want. And then in here we're gonna put PokeStat. Damn. But now we gotta make this function. So this is the other way to make an asynchronous functions. Is you could put constant get stats. It's gotta be the same name. And then you go like that, and then you put async, and then you do this, and you want to put character stats, or you can put the same name, PokeStat. You know, PokeStat, because it's not the same spot. But I don't like doing that, so let's put character stats, because it is a character, and it's gonna give stats. Let's put the stats there. I like the word stats because it's more than one stat for that individual. It's one individual, but yeah, PokeStats. So now we gotta get the stats, the get stats, right? Get stats gets this character in here. Now this is basically a function like that. Oops, you're bad. So we need the curly braces. Now we can put S. Now we could come here, and do you see any console log beside the error? That's different. So if there's no error, let's console log character stats. All right. Now this should be the same thing as this. So let's refresh that, and it became out the same thing as this. So let's see where that's coming from, right? That's what we like to see sometimes. Car stats, you see that? There you go. That's where it's coming from. It said 23. That's that console log 23. Okay, this is starting to look really good. Life is better. Now that we have the car stats here, we can mess with things, right? We want to get all the stats. We don't need to get the name anymore. But if let's undo that. Undo that. Let's put that here. Now, let's put like name, right? Dot name. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to put a get name. So we come here, we refresh this. Now it's just giving us all the names individual. And if we put dot URL, you're gonna see it's gonna. Oh man, what did I just do? Control S. You're gonna see it's gonna give us all the links we need too. So these are all the links to the Pokemon. But this is how it comes out with all this beautiful stuff that you have to do. So they got pictures, they got the types, and everything of that nature. And that's basically what we want to put down. So let's try doing all these things right. Hopefully I don't mess it up again. What we got? Where we at? 20 minutes? 27, 40 minutes? 23 minutes. Okay. So now we're going to do our other constant, what is it? Axios call again. What was the first one? Oh yeah, let's do that first. Let's do the try catch. Bam, it does that for us. And then we just, this is in case we have an error. So we could type all that in. That's beautiful. So now we catch. We got the get. Okay. There you go. You got the get stats. So, they have this other one in this Pokemon thing that gets individual stats. So when we go ditto, it gives us this link for the names and everything. But the good part about it, as you saw it here, it says Pokemon JS23, and it gives us our stat for, I don't know who this guy is. You see the name somewhere. Let's see, name. No, that's the runaway name. You'll see like a name and what the name of this Pokemon is, and you see it named Sapphire. No. I know it was in here. Oh, let's close them all. Let's close all this stuff. Like we could close it out here. Abilities, forms, game, name, Weedle. I don't know who that is, but that's who it is. So then you kick down here in sprites. And you got the front shiny, which is the ones I like using. You click on it, it's front shiny. So instead of having to, oh man, I did not mean to do that. Let me pause this real quick. You know what? I don't need to pause it. I'll stop it when I need to stop it. Actually, let me pause it. It makes it easier. But now that I fixed that and my screen is empty, so you see, it gives us to the Pokemon we want. It gives us all the information by numbers and choices. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna make that call. So let's put constant individual stats. Individual, I don't know how to spell stats. Let's just put in stats. And that's gonna get another Axios call. No, it's gonna get await. Axios dot get. And the cool thing is, this is what we need. There you go, we got it. Now we're gonna also put another dot then, right? And we're gonna call that also the response. And let's just console log the response, just so you can see the difference of this one compared to the other one. There's no more other console logs. Good. So let's just refresh this, and I got 20 errors because I probably spelled something wrong. In stats gets await dot character. Oh, no wonder. Char stats. There you go. There you go, right here, and then that should work. So as you can see, it's got all this other stuff. Let's go to the top. We got data again, and after the data this time though, you see Bulbasaur. I know the only reason I know that's a real Pokemon is because I played it before on Smash Ultimate. I don't play Pokemon that well, but you see it also has types. So we're gonna work with the types, and we're gonna work with the with everything here. So the name, we don't have to worry about the name because the name is character stats.name. So while we're in here, we're gonna work with the character stats.name. But we want to get the data back, and that should be it for that one. So this one is it rest, or do I have to put rest.data, not data, or whatever you guys call it? And then put another dot then, and we could put data and then the same thing, and then this console log data, and let's see what that gives us. So I do it every step of the way. So this is all I kind of need right here for certain things. So in here, this is where all the magic is gonna happen. So let's just do this and do that. Now that we have the magic, we gotta make our divs, right? So I'm gonna copy this. I like that in the bottom, and we're gonna put that here. It just makes it easier for us to see things. All right. So we're in the data section, right? Okay, yeah. I wish all this was tabbed over more. Okay. So what was the first thing we needed? Well, let's go back to the top. And you know what? We don't need to put it there. For this second one, we're gonna put a constant on the outside, universal constant. I don't know. I probably said the name wrong. Constant get pokediv, and we're gonna call that. Actually, we need to make that. No, we got the regular div right here. Main container. Oh, you know what? We're gonna call that main. I do it all the time. We're gonna get main container. We're gonna just append to that, so can't spell right, And what this is gonna allow us to do is get the selector, and then we do this, and I like that because it makes it easier, and we could just call it main container. You know what? I should probably copy and paste, but let's see if we did anything to main container in here real quick, and then we're just gonna append nothing. Get main container dot append, and we're just gonna write. That might not work, but let's figure it out. it worked. And then it just keeps adding. I see no console logs here, so that's good. Everything's working so far. Everything's going smoother than I expected. So I made 10 million mistakes. So now what we're gonna do is we got this main container, and we're gonna use that last. And we're gonna use that, and we're gonna actually we're gonna put whatever it is last. That's the last thing we need to do. So first we gotta get the card container. So let's just put constant card gets document dot create elements. There you go. And we're gonna call this div like that. That's how you gotta create it. And in the div, we're gonna give it an ID. So card dot what is it again? Yeah, class name, right? Class name, or they got ID name? ID something? Oh, okay. So we can give it an ID of something, and that ID could be is whatever we want it to be. So okay, that's not what we wanted to do. And the ID could be oh no, we gotta give it a class because we're doing Bootstrap. So class name, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I copied this. This is card. The class name is gonna get card. So bam, there it is, card, right? And we're putting it in a string because if you don't put it in a string, it's gonna think it's another variable out there. So that's the card, the main card right here. So the second thing in that card is an image. So we're gonna do the same thing over. So we got constant, right? And we I spelled that wrong. Image, just call it image, gets document dot create element again, and we're gonna go image here, right? And guess what? And we're gonna come over here, we're gonna image dot source, right? And that equals, that's what you think it equals. It needs to equal a sprite. So what we could do is we could put we can make a constant front shiny. We're gonna call it front shiny like that, and we're gonna get gets data dot let's see. I deleted that. So let's just make this a thing, and this is why I console log so much, just to let y'all know. And let's just go over this again. All right, nothing yet. This is because the images are not there yet, but we're about to put the image in. So we got forms. Okay, we got sprites is where the image is at. So we gotta go data dot sprites. So let's go data dot sprites and see what happens there. And I do it all the time. Dot sprites. Just Control S that, and let's refresh. And now we just in the sprites itself. And I like the shiny front shiny. So let's copy that, and let's go back over here. And now we're gonna put dot Control V. You got it. And let's see how that comes out. And okay, there you go. You see how all this stuff came out? This one image, bam! It gave me an image to that. The reason I'm doing everything in the second thing, because every time I do it in the first one with these async-await and stuff, what happens is the images don't get found. So, where we at here? Okay, where's my let? Okay, we here, and we could delete this part down here now because we have it on top, so I don't get confused. And where's my image? Let. Oh, I didn't do it. I have that. There you go. So let data, and then instead of trying to copy, type all that just in case we mess it up, we just paste it in there. Control S that, and let's see what happens now. This image, this get image stuff should not be that messed up. Right. Undefined one, undefined. What's undefined? Oh, you know what? Yeah, so the URL is wrong for the image stuff, right? So what we could do here is Control C that, or Control X that, So we know it goes with the images. Control V that. And this is why we keep getting that here we're gonna put this front shiny and then Control S. Now that those image stuff is gonna get fixed because the image source is right here, and now we can get it. See, we don't see none of those can't find stuff because it's literally right here. It is the image, see? So that's cool. That's done. Now that we got this done, the image source here, what we have to do now is we have to get card dot append. See, because the card is its own new one, and we're gonna append the image, right? So that's good. That's done and over with. Thank you very much. So the main card. So we could do this right here. We can make this Control X, and where we start everything, we could just do it right here. Oh yeah. And then this line would be that, so that's a one-liner there. So, and we could get rid of this console log for now. I mean, we don't have to delete it, but we get rid of it for now, like that. We have, see, we could do everything in order, and then it'll be easier for us to understand what we're doing, because we're copying this, we're getting this card image thing, right? Okay, so before we append the image, don't forget to put image dot class name to what is it, card slash image slash top. And the good thing about this, we have to do this. All right, that's in there. Now we could append it. Now this is gonna work. All right. And I'm doing that in this type of order so you can see it easier and see what we're doing. So we're appending this card to this card. What's next? What's the next thing we have to do? Oh, we need to make a card body. So let's go here and let's paste that there and do this. And then, oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. I don't know, Control Z, Control that. Oh yeah, that's right, because it does that. I don't like that. I don't know why it's doing that. That's kind of frustrating. So let's go home and just do that, and all this stuff could get deleted. All right. So now we gotta make another card, right? But this card is gonna get appended to the regular card. So constant. I'm gonna just call it card body like that with a capital rest of that, and I'm gonna get you got it. Document dot create element div, right? And in this div, what we have to do, we have to give it a class name. So card body, we gotta put dot class name gets card body. See, so now we're not gonna get confused about what we're doing here. What goes next? An H5 got to get inside this card body. This card body needs a H5. Control X. So let's do that. Card body. Let's Control V it. There you go. I like when it does that. So we gotta create the H5. So there you go. Constant H5. H5 gets. Let's see. Documents. Now if they have issues with this, then then we have to change the name H5. I don't know. And then the H5 is gonna do what? H5 is gonna do dot class name is gonna get card title. So let's do that again. Card title. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That makes my life a little bit easier. And this is also gonna get appended to the card body. So append, and we're gonna put H5, and that's that. So that's done. So one more thing we have to do is P class, right? All right. So let's just do a P class right here. We P class, P element. I mean. With the class of card text. All right, so let's just but my goal is to create all this constant p element gets you know what, I like that h5 element. Let's do that for that. You know, I probably should do that for card element, but I'm not. All right, so h5 element, right? So we see this one had to go directly into the card, so that's why I did it right away. These two, this one and the P actually got to get appended to the card body. Then the card body got to get appended to the card, and then the card gets appended to the thing. So we know this is going to be a card. So let's put that in, and this is document. Nope. Create element, and we're gonna do P here, and I'm probably doing it the hard way, the long way, but that's okay. It's the way I know. And let's see, we got P element. Nope. Dot class name, and that gets card text. Now this was the hardest part back in the day, or back when I first started this. Hold on 1 minute. So yeah, so I just my wife texted me, so I have to make sure I pause the video. I'm going now? Okay, I'm going now. So the card text has to get that, and the card text has to get inside the card body, right? The append hold on, this is gonna have to an error, I just realized it. And then this is the PEL, and control save. But we're not done yet. Because what is the okay, we're good with this. We don't need this no more because we just fixed it all up. So now that we fixed up the card, what is well, let's just look at what we have for now. But we're not gonna have much, so let's save. 20 reference body is not Pokemon. What? Console error. What have get main container? I don't know what that error is about. So let's go back to console. And let's do that again. Pokemon just want to define. Alright, let's just go see, because nothing happened, as you can see, nothing appended to the card. Well, let's see what happened. We got the card image source, image class name. Okay, I don't think it's this issue. Card body, what's supposed to be in the card body? Let's see, what's supposed to be in the card body? The card body, the card title actually has to have, okay, where am I? We're missing the title. Image, card body, no, we need the card, right? Okay, the card title right here needs to have, it needs to have the text in it. It needs to have the name in it, right? So we got the card, let me see, the H5 element dot text content gets, well, we don't really need to do much except use, okay, right here. Yeah, it seems long because it is long, but it's the easiest way we can do it. So chart stats, Control C, and where we at? Control V, dot name. That's what we want here, right? That's what I want there. Let's see if I got any. What do I have wrong here? Pen card. So this is all appended to this. So I'm trying to figure out where is having the issue. Constant stuff. Yeah, don't worry about that, boy. This is that data, then data. So let's see if I don't think I fixed anything. So let's see where it's saying that I got this. Everybody is not defined. Okay, yeah, I got that part, but card body. Oh, see, this is what happens. Card body. This needs to be in that. That was an easy fix, thank God. I don't want to have to do this video all over again. And So let's see. Okay, so we're starting to get somewhere. As you can see, it goes with the cards. So if I take X's off, it's too big. So that's probably oh, we got to get this right here. Check this out. So we made this card with the class name card, right? And so we go inside our CSS and we do this dot card, right? And then we could do all this stuff. Well, we don't need the style. And we do this, need that though. So then that should work. So let's see what happens when we do that. That's better. That's better. But the card is not working. Oh yeah, we gotta. I know we did wrong. Let's see. Where is the H5 text charge set name? Well, let's console log that and see what happens when we console log that. Dot log. Charge stats name. Let's see if it's gonna come out right there, because something's not coming out right. And that is how. So the names are coming out, no problem, when we console log it. So we are appending text content. It's charge stats not name. Did I spell charge stat? Did I spell the name right? Well, we know this works, so let's Control C it. I know it says it all right there, but Control V that. Oh, did we put the that's one of the things we didn't do right here at the end. See, this is the last one we have to do here. We have to put card, the append, and card body, right? We didn't do that yet. So that's one of the reasons you don't see the name. So let's refresh that. Bulbasaur, you got Ivysaur, Centerpiece, and now the last thing we want to do, or I want to do before I finish this video, which is not that bad, a little bit faster than before, is hopefully I could remember. We're trying to put the type, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying my hardest to put the type in. So in the type, where's the type? The type is the name, and then this one should be the type. We want this one to be the type. Let's just see if I could get the text content equal type. No, equals what we want. We want data dot type dot map. Is it types? I think it's types dot. And then we're just gonna put type, and we're gonna do this, and then this, and then return type. I think that's what we need to do here. I didn't have to do all that. Let's just make sure. Let's see if that even works. Reference, okay. I'm pretty sure it's the where is it at? Yeah, so basically this didn't return right. So basically what we could do is do this instead, and we could have I'm doing everything wrong, so I don't mind. Text content equals type equals type. Let's do that. Or we could do this and this, because you're gonna need space plus type. Let's see what that looks like. Let's see if it even works. I'm not gonna get it wrong. Oh no, it came out object. Okay, so we're gonna put type name. That's all. Because now the type is a name, and that should be it. I should have console logged that too, but you see, undefined. It's all undefined. How is that undefined? Okay, let's figure it out. Let's go to console log this right here. Where's the other console log I got? So we're not there. Well, let's do this right here. Look, let's get rid of this. Oh yeah, let's not worry about that. Let's console log dot data, and let's go from there. I don't know where else I console log. So we got abilities. All right. So we did console log. So data dot types. Okay, with an E. So let's do data dot types, and that's gonna probably return something false. So now you see it has that, and then the dot name. Some of them have two. Some of them have one. So this one has two. See, so you got a poison type. Oh, I figured it out. Data dot types. So this one right here. Okay, now that we have that, let me see. We got data. Let's go back up to there. Dot types. Types is bringing us to each individual. Let's console log in here. Type. Let's remove this. Let's see if I could get this thing to work. All right. So we got this. Slot 1. Okay. So now we need to get from that type dot name, is it? Let's find out if there's a name. If it's not, it's gonna be undefined. So data dot type. All right, let's go here and let's see what it is again, and then slot. So data dot type. Let's try type again. Dot type. I think that's what it is, and I keep skipping that. Name. There you go. Name type. Dot name. Okay. Dot name. I think it should be dot name, and then that's what it is, and that's what it's gonna be. And then you see this one has fire twice because some of them have two names. So what we're gonna do here now is put type plus type dot, bring that back, and let's see if that work. Bam, poison, bug, poison. I thought someone had two of them. So this is coming out wrong. So what we want to do is we want to get maybe we want this, I don't know. Control V equals that, return type that name. Maybe that works, I don't know. Let's figure that out one more time. And grass poison. So what I don't want in here is to be what is this? This is the it's done, but let's just make this a little bit nicer. Where we at? Card text, and this is the element P. Actually, card body. So when we come over here to our CSS, we're gonna put that card body, that card body like that, and we're gonna put the font size. Font size. And we're just gonna put that let's put that larger. That sounds good. And we're gonna reset that, and that looks okay. That didn't come out like I wanted it to. Let's press it again, and now this should be. Let's just look at this one more time. Yes. This is the card text. Copy. And we'll go back to the CSS here, and we'll put that there. And this should be everything that I really care about. Let's see if that just looks better. No, it doesn't love me. All right, but other than that, it's pretty much one card body, appending card body card. Okay. I don't think it likes that. But you see here though, you see in the elements, see it has this divs, it has the image source, the class of the image, and the card title is the class of that, card text is, you know, or we could just put this in our CSS P, and we could make, let's say P, we can make this like large. Oh, you know what, just make it normal, huh? Yeah, what is it, large? Font size, and then they have, let's make it large. Yeah. Hopefully that works. Let's see. There you go. So we can have that poison there. And the reason I had this in the JS originally was so we could have that space in between the this name and that name, right? Let's do that. So you have that space in between there. There you go. You got the types, and we could, you know, you could also put stuff like type in there. You can put types and make it different. But there you go. That's what I'm gonna do for now. I'm gonna try to look into more of. Yeah, this doesn't go twice. Yeah, it just stays once. So that's good. It came out pretty nice. Let me see. I did it again, and do you see that guy again? Let's put Squirtle. Control F, and let's type Squirtle. Also, there's two Squirtles. Let's see, is that one? Oh, so it's gonna keep going. If we keep adding it, it's gonna yeah, it's probably found more Squirtles now. So it's got 8 Squirtles now. So the next video I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to see if I could do that in regular JavaScript default. You know, if it had, you know, put a next and return button or whatever. I've seen a lot of videos doing that, and I want to see if I could do it just JavaScript versus doing it with Vue. If not, I would do it with Vue, but that's how I do what I do. Hope you had hope this inspired you to learn some Pokemon API.